Well, good morning, uh, YouTube family, Facebook, Instagram, whatever platform that we are connected on. I say good morning to you. It is about, it's like what, like 2:20 in the morning. I've always been somewhat of an early riser. I actually got back from the gym not too long ago, so I'm still kind of like wired from that. So, anyway, I wanted to dive into maybe I'll make this somewhat of a couple of parts of a video, but I really wanted to dive into my own personal story of dating an Instagram model. Now, one thing I want to mention is I really want to do this story because I want men to really gain some knowledge and gain some understanding and really gain some tools that will help them in the long run. And definitely, I will say, big time, wholeheartedly, this doesn't apply to every woman. And this does not apply to every woman that is a model on Instagram, because there are some legit models, and then there are some women that are, I would call it, opportunists. So my story, and I will not mention, now if you really, really want to know, I could give you details, I could give you receipts, all of that, but excuse me, I feel like that would only give shine to this person, and they would probably love the fact that they're getting attention. Because one thing I've learned dealing with people that are narcissistic, they don't care what kind of attention they get. They just want the attention. Whether it's bad, whether it's good, they just want the attention because that's what they crave. And what I've learned from doing research, from my past marriage, dealing with people that are narcissistic, they crave attention. And the only real way to really combat a person that's narcissistic is to, number one, don't give them the attention that they want. And then also, don't react to what they do to you. Because those are two main things that they love. They love to do something to you and get you to just go outside of your normal character and do something towards them. And then they can quickly play victim. Or they want that attention from you because they feel like, I'm still controlling you because I did this, and you're reacting out of anger, you're reacting out of jealousy, you're reacting out of whatever. They love that. But that's what I will say in this first part, is that that's what I realized in this situation. And it really didn't start out that way. Originally, as you know, I'm a graphic designer, and I have been blessed with a talent that God gave me, and I use it to my best ability to put out things that are creative, that are eye-catching, things of that nature. I have a few clothing lines that I've come up with designs and logos for, and I've always felt like what I see social media wise, what I see on commercials and TV, what really sells clothing lines is having the right kind of model. Now, you can agree, you can disagree, but I promise you, if I named off at least a few clothing lines, you would probably be able to think of one famous model that has modeled that clothing line and has helped carry that clothing line. So that was my thought process. there was a individual, a young woman, who was very well known on Instagram, has her own YouTube channel, has Facebook, has all those things, even the other thing, which I didn't find out until later, but that's something else. But that was my main objective. It wasn't. It was a business thing from the beginning for me. I wanted to, cause when I first started my clothing line, my original T-shirt line, which I still have, and I still do my best to put out content that will represent what I believe in. That first clothing line, I did the same thing, but I can tell the major difference between that first model and this next one. Because that first model, she was about business. She was very professional. She did a great job. And I wished I could have worked with her again. But unfortunately, I couldn't really get back in contact with her. And it's possible that she may have retired from the game, because I want to say that was about 10 years ago when I first started that line. Yeah, it was about 10 years ago. So it's possible that she may not be in the game anymore. But I did what I thought was the best possible option. I went ahead and contacted this young lady through Instagram. We were able to get in contact. We were able to exchange information, and I let her know what I wanted. I really just wanted her to be the face of one of my clothing lines, because I felt like she's drawing so much attention. I think at the time she had about like 8 million followers on Instagram. She was very popular on YouTube and things of that nature. So I felt it was a good business move, and we talked business wise, the amount of money that it would cost for her to be that model. I was able to afford it in my budget, and we linked it up. But what I realized is that once that happened, I started to notice that she became very flirtatious, and I'm not saying I wasn't, rejecting it, because she was a beautiful woman. I had been following her Instagram page probably for about, I want to say, since 2017. Yeah, so for about 7 years, I had been following her on Instagram. And you got to think, when somebody is that popular and you actually have a conversation with them, you actually start working with them, it's easy to get caught up in the hype and to be so overwhelmed by their persona and their looks and what they, like a lot of men are just basically falling at her feet. And the fact that you have her attention, it can definitely give you some false hope. So I want to say that that's how it started. And I must say, one thing that I have learned about women, and I'm not saying all women, definitely not saying all women, but one thing I have learned about women have a plan, they have a strategy, they have a goal. And I had no idea what her plan was for me. But as I unfold this story, you'll see that that this is why I want to talk about this, because it's therapy for me. It's also going to be embarrassing for me, but I will take that hit on the chin. I'll take that embarrassment if it helps another man avoid the situation that I was in for, I want to say, for about 4 months. Yeah. So this is just part one. It's a lot to this story, and I will continue to post different parts because it's just too much to say in one video, and I don't want the videos to run too long. But definitely I will have more parts coming. And once again, thank you for your time. I know the New Year is vastly and fastly approaching, so I pray that if I don't see you until the new year, I pray that God would bless you and keep you, that your 2025 would be better than 2024, that you'll open your eyes to the things that God has for you, and that you will do your best to pursue Him and not things. So think about that. I will definitely keep you in my prayers. I hope you do the same for me, and may God bless you and keep you. Thank you.